Hi everybody, Joe Conroy, certified financial planner and author of Decades and Decisions, Financial Planning at Any Age. So, in my career, I've noticed that people go through certain checkpoints in life and have similar planning considerations. And when you're entering your 60s, there's a lot of financial considerations. You're likely at the peak earnings, and if you're not at your peak earnings, peak net worth, you got more assets than you've ever had before, the decisions are super important, and you have less time to recover from mistakes. So simply put, your 60s are very important. And really the 60s, when I typically talk to folks, it's all about retirement. Maybe working a little bit with, how do we pay for kids' schooling, and you're in that sandwich generation. Maybe you have aging parents, and what do you do with them? Do they go to a nursing home? Do you do something in the basement of the house? What do you do? But I'm going to talk about retirement, because that's the big thing. It's what we all, most of us hope to do, and that is every day is a Saturday. You're in control of your own time. You do things because you want to, and you're not someplace that you don't want to be. You're not doing things you don't have to do, right? So when you don't have to go to work anymore, or maybe you like work, and work is just something that you do as long as you like it, and when you don't, you just leave, right? So you have total control, and you're doing what you want to do. Retirement today is different than it was a generation or two ago. The folks that I meet with are often nervous because it's a big transition, right? But anything that makes you a little uncomfortable and is a change typically ends with favorable results. You grow from it. You took that job and that promotion that you really weren't sure you were a good fit for, but you did it, it worked out, and it led to more opportunities down the road. So look at retirement more as an opportunity rather than a financial burden. And what I write about in the 60s chapter is the new retirement. It's not like it was a generation or two ago. I mentioned that people are active. People want to do things, they want to visit. In times of COVID, that's certainly difficult. Hopefully we're back to normal soon, but traveling, spending time with family, I will often hear, and I'm sure most people, if you have friends that are retired, are nodding your head yes when I say this, they will tell me that, Joe, I am busier in retirement than I was when I was working. Well, that doesn't sound very fun. Why would you want to be busier in retirement than when you're working? Well, you want to be busier because you're doing the fun stuff. You're going to your grandkids' soccer games, you're getting out on the boat, you're going fishing, and you're trying to find all the little spots that you haven't had time to because you're busy fitting everything on the weekend or when you're off, right? But when every day is a Saturday and you have time to explore these hobbies, that's what retirement is. And it's a tough transition, right? Because if you're a good saver, like a lot of the people that I work with, and you've built your entire nest egg by living underneath your means, it goes counterintuitive to all of a sudden go from accumulation to spending and decumulation. That's a tough adjustment. So it's not one, so I bring that up because it isn't a unique situation for you. It's one that most retirees, at least in my experience, face. And it's a challenge, but it's one that's very easily, with proper planning, we can give you the extra confidence you have so that when you go and you're taking that walk and you're having your morning coffee on the beach, like the commercials and some of these financial things suggest, and you're, looking out over the sunrise and all that, you're thinking about the beach, the sand in your toes, how good the coffee tastes, and you're not sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, where am I going to get the money to pay for this? Is this going to be okay? No one retires to then take on the mental burden of, is this going to be okay? If you're constantly worried about that, it's not going to be an enjoyable experience. So we want to do the proper planning so that as you do this transition into retirement, and you've been a saver your whole life, now you're going to start spending some of it, you don't have to worry as much, you're more confident, and you're active, because that's what people in the new retirement are doing. So 60s, all about retirement. More sections. I go through the other chapters in previous videos. You can check them out on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching.